Fellow coin enthusiasts out there, it is Dax Collects, and today what I have in front of me is penny box number 3 here on YouTube. Just finished opening up penny box number 2, gone through all my rolls, and did my usual recap, and now I'm going to go ahead and hunt this penny box here that I bought from the same day at the same bank, and we'll see if this penny box has some amazing finds. Let's go ahead and open this up and get started. Alrighty, flip this over and look at that. Nice, good old box of circulated pennies, as you can see. Okay, it looks like the top enders are all pretty standard. There's nothing too crazy that I can see that's worth showing or anything. I'm going to go ahead and look through the bottom enders real quick, and I'll be right back whenever I find something. And if not, I'll go ahead and open these 5 rolls up with you, as usual, and get this hunt started. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, a pretty strong start to the coppers so far. As you can see, I have 10 here. I threw about 3 or 4 into my box. So we'll say I found at least 13 of these coppers in the first roll. Let's see if I can find any more. $16 copper pennies in this roll, holy moly. And 1 2009 early years penny. Let's move on to roll number 3. Found a Canadian penny. Let's take a look at the year. 1978. Very nice. Let's see what else is out there. Alright, all my copper pennies are up here. Got a nice amount of copper pennies from the first 5 rolls, which is nice. And then the finds were these 3 right here. So I have 2 from 2009 and 1 from Canada. We have the early years right here and the professional life right here. Here's this Canadian penny that I found from the year 1978. And then tons of copper pennies over here. Let me do a quick count on these real quick. I have 62 copper pennies right here, but I did place about 3 or 4 into my box already, so we'll say 65 to 66 copper pennies were in the first 5 rolls. That's like a 25% ratio between copper and zinc. That's crazy. Not a bad start to the box. Always good to start with a Canadian penny right off the bat, and 2 2009s to check for weight and see if they're copper or not. But yep, other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and start opening up 20 rolls of pennies, and whenever I do find something, I will obviously show you guys the find. And basically, if I don't find any finds between now and 25 rolls, I'll do a first half box recap with you. Let's get some wheat pennies. I'm still hunting for that Indian head penny. Maybe this will be the day I find it, who knows. With that being said, let's get right into it. Literally the next roll, I start going through this on my own. Roll number 6. I found a wheat penny. Let's go ahead and take a look at this together. It doesn't look old enough, so it's probably going to be from the 40s or 50s. Let's take a look. It's a 1942 Philadelphia. Okay, it's nice to see a wheat penny right off the bat in roll number 6. Alright, currently on roll number 9, and I found another foreign penny. Let's go ahead and take a look at this together. A 1978 Canadian penny. I actually did just pull this too, in the same box, but it's a nicer 1978 Canadian penny. Let's see what else is out there. Alright, currently on roll number 15, and I found another wheat penny. Let's go ahead and take a look at it together. Looking like another 40s or 50s wheat penny. Let's flip it over. 1953 Denver. Very nice. Let's see what else is out there. Alright, currently on roll number 22, and I just found another wheatie right here. Ooh, this is a little bit older. It could be from the 30s or the 40s. Let's take a look. It's a 1949 Denver. All right, let's see what else is out there. Still on roll number 22, and I just found another wheat penny. It's a 1951 Denver. 2 wheat pennies in the same roll. Very nice. All right, currently on roll number 25, and I found something good. We have a 1974 Canadian penny right here. This is Canadian penny number 2. So I just finished the first half of the box, and after 25 rolls, these are the finds of the hunt. So let's go ahead and set this aside and move these pennies on down. All right, let's go over the finds here. I have 2 wheat pennies from the 1940s, 4 pennies from the 1950s, and 2 of them are wheat pennies, 3 Canadian pennies, and 6 2009 pennies. So let's go ahead and go over them right now. These 2 are the professional life pennies from 2009. I have 2 early years Lincoln pennies from 2009 and 2 birth pennies from 2009. Now let's go on to the Canadian pennies from the year 1978. Found this in the first 5 rolls. Here's another Canadian penny. Also from 1978, but a much better condition than the other one was. So very nice. Here's the 3rd Canadian penny from the year 1974. Found this in roll number 25. Then let's go to the 50s. Here's 1 Lincoln penny from 1959, minted in Denver. And here's another Lincoln penny from the year 1959, minted in Denver. Here's a 1953 Denver. Found this in roll number 15. Here's a 1951 Denver, found in roll number 22. And we'll go on to the 40s. This one here is a 1949 Denver, found this in roll number 22. And the last looking penny is this 1942 Philadelphia, found this in roll number 6. And these are the finds of the first half. It's a very good start to the box. I see one addition that I know for sure is going to be the 49 Denver. We'll see how the second half favors. And with that being said, let's get right into it. All right, currently on roll number 31, and I found my 5th wheat penny of the hunt. Let's take a look at it together. I have a feeling it's going to be a 50s penny. Let's take a look together. It is a 1958 Philadelphia. All right, let's see what else is out there. All right, currently on roll number 36, and I found another Canadian penny right here. Let's take a look at this together. 1985. All right, very good. Let's see what else is out there. All right, very same roll here. Found a 1952 Denver wheat penny. That'll be wheat penny number 6 on the board. Let's see what else is out there. All right, 40 rolls in, and I found my first wheat penny from the 30s. This is a 1939 Philadelphia wheat penny. First one from the 30s in roll number 40. You'll love to see it. Let's see what else is out there. All right, 42 rolls in, and this is gonna be a twofer for the Wheaties. I can't believe this. Looking like a 50s penny. Let's go ahead and flip it over. 1956 Denver. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the second wheat penny. All right, here's wheat penny number 2 of the same roll. Let's go ahead and take a look at the year. It's a 1957 Denver. So a 56 Denver and a 57 Denver, both from the same roll. All right, let's see what else is out there. I thought I'd share this because this is pretty mind-boggling here. I only have 3 rolls left, but on roll number 47, just take a look at how much copper pennies I found in this roll alone. I mean, what the heck? This is unbelievable. 20 copper pennies out of 50. That's almost half copper. I figured I would share this because it's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and finish these rolls up and do a second half recap here. Let's see what I can find in 3 rolls. On the very last roll, I found another Canadian penny. This is going to be from the year 1994, and it's a Canadian penny. All right, so I just finished my penny box, number 3. Let's go ahead and show you guys what I found in the second half here. So let's go ahead and set this aside and move these on down. Okay, so here are the finds of the second half. I have 1 wheat penny from the year 1939. I have 4 wheat pennies from the 1950s. 1 1973 S. I'll tell you why I have it here in just a sec. 2 Canadian pennies and 11 2009 pennies. So let's go ahead and go over them now. I have 1 President penny, 5 of the Professional Life pennies, 2 of the Early Years pennies, and 3 of the Birth pennies. Let's go ahead and go over the Canadian pennies. Here's Canadian penny number 1 from the year 1994. Found this in the very last roll. Next up is another Canadian penny from the year 1985. Found this in roll number 36. And now let's go on to the 73S. The reason why I have this specific penny is because this is going to be an addition. I did not have this penny beforehand, and now I do. And I believe that's going to complete all the Lincoln Memorial pennies that I need. So then I just have to find the current ones, which is 2023 to whenever they decide to stop minting pennies. and I found this in roll number 26. Let's go ahead and start with the 50s for the wheat pennies. First up here is a 1958, minted in Philadelphia. Found this in roll number 31. Next up is a 1957 Denver. Found this in roll number 42. Here's a 1956 Denver wheat penny. Found this in roll number 42 as well. Last one from the 50s is going to be this 1952 Denver wheat penny. Found this in roll number 36. And now we'll go on with the one from 1939. This is a Lincoln penny from the year 1939, minted in Philadelphia. Found this in roll number 40. These are the finds of the second half. It was a pretty good box. It was really surprising to see a 30s penny for sure. I'm very ecstatic about that. I may have to now get a #1 book just for the sake of the 39 being here. And that means if I did have the book and just out of YouTube alone, I would have only had to fill 2 spaces. This 39p and then the 1920p that I found in box #1 on YouTube. If you haven't checked that out, I would seriously recommend you checking that out. I'm gonna go ahead and bring all the finds together, and I'll give you a full box recap right here, right now. So stick around, let me get this all situated here, and I'll be right back in a bit. All right, here they are. These are all my finds in box number 3. So I found, it looks like a total of 9 wheat pennies. Not too bad, almost got 10, but that's okay. Found lots of 2009s, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring this scale out here and weigh each of these 2009 pennies real quick to check and see if they're composed of copper. Let's go ahead and do it right now. Alright, they're all composed of zinc. Now I have all these coppers to go through here. But first, before I do that, let me go ahead and bring out my #2 book right now. Here it is, Lincoln Sets, collection 1941 to 1974, #2. Go ahead and open this up. Here's how my book looks right now. Let's go ahead and fill some pennies in. So I know I have this 1939 right here. I'll have to go ahead and get a #1 book probably tonight so I can go ahead and get that started for you guys. Alright, I'm recording this on Thursday, May 25th. So it has been a week since I have shown the last clip of the penny box #3 video. And guess what finally arrived? Lincoln Cents, collection 1909 to 1940, #1. I now have this book right here. So now I have these to hunt for. But if you have watched my videos, you'll know that I have pulled 2 pennies on YouTube that go to this book. And that would be this 1920, which I will take out of the holder and put it in here, and also 1939 Philadelphia. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab those 2 pennies real quick, and I'll be right back. 1920 penny. You can still make out what it says on the reverse and the obverse. So it's a really nice penny. Let's go ahead and put this in the book. All right, that's edition #1. And then here is the penny I just found in penny box number 3, this 1939 Philadelphia. Let's go ahead and fill it in. There we go, edition number 2. This is how my Lincoln Penny book number 1 looks like right now. We're gonna make this a thing now. These are the only 2 pennies I've ever found from these years, and they're both on YouTube, which is perfect. I haven't found anything else ever since I started YouTube, and even prior to that. And with that, let's close this book. Close this number 1 book here. So this I'll have to keep for now. But I will have one for sure, and it's gonna be this 1949 Denver. Let's go ahead and fill it in. That's edition number 1. 53D. I already have it, but it is gonna be an upgrade. So let's go ahead and take this out. Put the new 1953 in there. It looks pretty clean for a 53, that's for sure. So that's gonna be an upgrade. This will be edition number 2. The 1973 San Francisco that I didn't have in the book before. Let's go ahead and fill it in. And that's edition number 2. And with that, I basically have all of the Lincoln memorials filled. And that's gonna do it for this book. This is what it looks like now after box number 3. Let's go over the editions once again. This 1949 Denver and the 1973 San Francisco. And the one upgrade is this 1953 Denver. So overall, pretty good considering how much harder it's going to be now finding these pennies. That just means more to hunt, more to collect. So let's go ahead and close this book right here. I'll keep all these Canadian pennies with me. They're gonna go in my Ziploc bag full of foreign coins. And I have these pennies to check for upgrades. I got all these 1982s here to weigh for copper. And then this stack here is gonna be my error stack to look for those errors. If I find any errors, I'll come back here, start recording, and I'll show you the errors that I found. Okay, there's this one particular penny that struck to me as interesting. Look at this. Can't you see there's another Lincoln Memorial in the background? I do too. It's very weird to me. And that's gonna conclude penny box number 3. So if you stuck around and watched the whole thing, I appreciate it. Got to see me fill out the 2 pennies that I have found on YouTube in penny box number 1 and penny box number 3. It's been a lot of fun. So thank you guys for all the support in the comments. I really do appreciate that a lot. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Dax Collects, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Good luck hunting, everyone, and have a good one.